Greetings, Clashers, young and old, from far and wide. It is your host, Galadon. Thank you for checking out Clash of Clans Attacks, where today we are going to be talking about 3-star attacks using Lava Hounds. That's right, the old new favorite Lava Hound attack. We're going to get right into the replays. Not only from myself, but a couple of other players as well. But we are starting out with a recent 3-star of my own. A pretty standard deployment here, coming from the top of the screen. Always makes it easier coming from the top for me for some reason. I think coming from different angles can pose a little bit of a challenge. Trying to spread out those balloons and minions evenly. You see those rage spells drop just about touching free spells almost at the same time, because this is a slightly more difficult base because you're facing both of those Inferno Towers at the same time, and they both unfreeze, which can be kind of dangerous. We're burning through those balloons pretty quickly, but look at the huge mass of minions and lava pups. They all move across the town hall to focus on those clan castle troops, wipe them out. They're going to go take out the king next as well. They left just a couple behind to finish off the town hall, so that works out pretty well, perfectly in fact, because now you've got the majority of my air units moving down, taking out some more of those defenses. It just took a couple to finish off that town hall. We've got an expo set to ground, actually not shooting air troops. That's nice to see. Now the heroes moving in from the left. I dropped my wall breakers. They unfortunately do not get through that wall, but the king is going to go to work on it. The queen slightly behind it. We're hoping that the king can kind of protect the queen. It doesn't quite work out that way. She is going to move forward. I've got a couple of other units I've dropped way out to the right, trying to take off some of those last structures. And then now the king does get through the wall, and the queen decides to use it, and that works out perfectly. That really made the difference in this attack, because now I can send the king forward, and he is going to distract those defenses away from the queen. There he goes. She works on the expo while it fires on the king. Finally, I do pop her royal cloak, and I did that there because I wanted the king to survive a little bit longer. And then my queen goes ninja style on the defending king and stabs him in the back, takes him out as he goes after my king. My king does go down, but we've still got units wiping out structures around the outside. The queen is going to spend some time trying to get to that clan castle, and hopefully here she's not going to get stuck behind this next wall. That could be a problem, so we'll see where she goes. No, she's going to go behind the wall. Big Bomb takes out the last of her archerettes, and now the queen moves forward. This could be a problem if she gets stuck trying to bang through this wall. She takes out the Tesla, the wizard tower, only one other unit helping her out, and now she makes a smart move. Go queen! She moves back, goes around the open wall, heading back to get these last structures. Go get that Tesla. It is going to be close. She almost goes down, but just barely finishes off the Tesla, the barracks. 3-star victory, 9 trophies. Now here comes our next replay, and I would be remiss if I did not include Jiza in this 3-star episode. He has perfected this 4 Lava Hound attack. You see the Lava Hounds moving in, the balloons in behind, a good spread on them as well, consistent but well spread out. Moving in, starting to take some damage for those Inferno Towers. Look how deeply the rage spells are placed, and look at that placement, just barely touching. Perfect placement on the rage spells, the freeze spells as well. And look, by placing those late, look at the fact that the balloons are going to rage in onto those Inferno Towers, and they just barely thaw out before they're obliterated by those balloons. And now we're moving way past the town hall. The last of the big damage structures about to go down. The expo going to get taken out. There goes the last wizard tower. But we've got huge packs of minions and lava pups working their way through this village, taking out structures left and right. And right here, the patience that Jiza is exercising before he drops his heroes is likely the key to getting the 3-star victory. If you look at the bottom of the screen, that enclosure that has the dark elixir drill, the gold mine, and the elixir storage, letting those units get rid of those structures first is probably critical, because that's one less wall that the heroes will waste time and health getting through. And now he's dropped the king and the queen. The elixir storage goes down, so there you go. It's going to save some time. The king and the queen are going to take a lot of damage here pretty quickly, and the Barbarian King already down to 50%. He uses his Iron Fist, and that is going to help things. He's going to get through this wall, and notice there's no splash damage once the queen is going to take out that mortar. Perfectly timed, because she gets the mortar down before it gets off a single shot at the group of barbarians or archers. And now both of the heroes have a big group of supporting barbarians and archers with them, so that could be a big difference as long as they don't come across a big bomb. And there the queen finishes off that cannon. Here comes the skeleton trap, but only 4 skeletons, not really going to pose a problem. Here they go. Now it's the long trek across the screen. The royal procession, the king being followed by his barbarians, the queen being followed by her archers. and such a huge security force is going to laugh off anything like skeletons. They get off to the other side, and there they're going to close on that mortar, and the mortar doesn't even have a chance to fire on them as well. The king finally going down. The queen is almost history. There goes the last archer tower, and there with just 2 structures left, the queen is going to move forward. Lots of barbarians and archers remain. 99% damage. There goes the queen, finishing it off. A 3-star victory and 14 trophies for Jiza. Up for our next replay, we've got Ral Koy from Lost Phoenix, a very skilled attacker, very high in trophies, dropping in his lava hounds. You can see they've distracted most of the air bombs and mines, the balloons in from behind, the minions as well. Very patiently waiting to drop the rage spell. See how they're placed pretty deeply in the village. That can make a big difference. The freeze spell goes down, freezes the Inferno and the Expo. Now you've got a group of balloons in the middle that have not yet seen any rage. Finally, the 3rd rage spell goes down. Perfect Mickey Mouse shape to the 3 rage spells. And that is going to accelerate that huge group of balloons right through this village. Another good freeze spell, freezing the Expo and Inferno again. And those last balloons are just barely going to get over that Inferno. Take it out as the minions, the splash damage in from behind, wipe out the town hall. The queen can do nothing to slow them down. And there goes the last Expo. And that is the critical turning point. Once again, no major damaging structures remain. You've got lava pups and minions on the right side of your screen that are still just demolishing any sort of buildings. And now finally, here come the heroes from the far right. The lava pups and the minions starting to go down, but they do good work on the defending archer queen, almost completely take her out, so she's not going to be much of a factor as time counts down. 75-76% damage. The units getting through that wall, and that was also good because they were just out of range of any defenses while they wasted all that time on the wall. Moving forward now, the king can work on the wall. Unfortunately, the queen is just out of range, or she thinks she is, of that mortar. She's going to take out the elixir, go after the gold mine, and now the king and the queen not showing great cooperation, working on separate walls. Maybe they had a spat before they were deployed, I'm not sure. Finally, the king does get through. The queen acquiesces, goes through the same wall. Finally, she turns and takes down that mortar. And now watch the king deploy his Iron Fist right there. The barbarians all running out of the way of that big bomb just in time, saving them all for later. They get through that wall. Now they're going to take out the defending archer queen, the offensive archer queen working in from behind again, perfectly being shielded by all of the barbarians and the barbarian king. And now, nonsensically, the queen decides gold mine first, cannon second. Who knows what she's thinking? She's obviously not exercising good judgment in this attack. And there, finally, Ral Koy does hit the royal cloak. She's going to get through these last structures. Plenty of health, plenty of time left. The last elixir pump. There goes the elixir storage at the top of your screen. And that is going to ice the 3rd star, a 3-star victory for Ral Koy, and a whopping 1 trophy. So 3-star victories definitely coming more easily with these air attacks than traditional Go Wipe, but maybe in the future we can show some Go Wipe and Go Wee Wee 3 stars. I'm always looking for attacks. Please do let me know if you've got one you want to share. My email is in the description. Also, please be sure to subscribe if you haven't already for daily Clash of Clans content. Like, comment, favorite, check out my other videos, and I will see you guys tomorrow with more full attacks.
Galadon, how about some pizza 3 stars? I don't know if your viewers can even handle it.